Okay, students, today we have a topic of thermodynamic and kinetic stability. So let's have a difference between thermodynamics and kinetic. So thermodynamic is basically concerned with initial and final state of reactant and products and equilibrium conversions. Basically, we also study the energy changes. Energy changes. Whether the energy is released or it is being absorbed. We are concerned with energy changes, whether the reaction is exothermic or it is endothermic. So we are concerned with it. So what we don't do or what we can't do in thermodynamics, that is, we are not concerned with time. We can't predict how far it takes to get equilibrium. We don't know the rate in thermodynamics. We don't know the time exactly it's gonna take to get to equilibrium. So we don't know the time in thermodynamics. But in kinetics, while we are studying kinetics, so time is very important in kinetics. Time is very important because it tells us how fast and how slow a reaction is gonna proceed. So it depends on many conditions, like it's depending upon temperature, it's depending upon concentration, it's depending upon reactor, or it is depending upon your catalyst, and how many catalysts are there in the reactor or in the system. So we are concerned with time, rate, or we are finding the slowest step or the fastest step on time to get equilibrium, and there are many factors that can disturb or they are very useful in kinetics. So they are temperature, concentration, reactors, catalyst, and etc. So this is a difference between thermodynamic and kinetics. But when we talk about the stability, so there are two factors. There are two terms. The first is thermodynamics, and the second one is its kinetics. In thermodynamics, we studying two kind of things. One is stable, other is unstable. But in kinetics, we are studying inert and labile. The complex must be stable or unstable, it may be inert or labile. So what is the criteria of being inert or labile or being stable or unstable? So here in kinetics we study this inertness or lability depending upon the activated complex and reactants. We are taking a difference between energy of activated complex and reactants. Energy difference. That energy may be the activation energy. We are taking the difference of activation energy between reactants and activated complex. The energy difference between the activated complex and reactants, we are taking that difference. If the energy difference between the reactant and the activated complex is much more higher, then it is inert, or if it is less, then it is labile. So the energy difference, if it is higher, then it is inert, or if it is less, then it is labile. So when the energy difference is gonna high, when the activated complex is a high energy than the reactants, or when it's gonna labile when your activated complex has less energy. So then we have stable and unstable. There is a term called free energy. We are showing it with a sign delta G. Free energy. We are taking an energy difference from reactants to products. If the energy is high, you can say the value of delta G is much more positive, then your complex is stable. Or if it is negative, then your complex is unstable. The energy of product, if higher, then it is stable, or if the energy of product is not higher, it is less than reactants, then it is unstable. So what is inert substitution, or what is labile substitution? We know that if the ligand substitute another ligand in more than 1 minute, then it is inert. And if it is substitute in less than 1 minute, then it is labile. So remember that thermodynamically complex may be stable, but kinetically it may be inert, or it may be labile, or same if it is unstable thermodynamically or kinetically, it may be inert also, or it may be labile also. So we are having a graphical explanation. Suppose we have a graph over here, we have a reactants, we have product, this is the energy difference. If we are talking thermodynamically, and this energy difference is much more higher than this is inert. But if we are taking from here, this one is activation energy. So activation energy of what? This one is the activation energy of the activated complex. I am showing it with a star. The activation energy of activated complex. No, you can look here, the energy difference is much more higher. This one is in positive sign because the energy of product is higher. These are products. So this is thermodynamically this one is thermodynamically stable. This one is thermodynamically stable. No, here the energy difference is much more higher. The reactants can't go here. They can't go. They can't get that energy. So this one is inert, thermodynamically stable, and kinetically inert. If I do this, I decrease the energy difference. So no, what is happening? Again, there is a less energy. There is a less energy difference, but there is an energy difference. But if you take it kinetically, so the energy difference of activated complex is less now. So it is labile. So no, it is labile. So it is thermodynamically stable, but kinetically it may be inert, or it may be labile. Again, we have products, not reactants. We have here products, and here we have reactants. We have reactants over here, and here we have products. First, we are having energy. We are having energy barrier here. So the energy difference of reactants is higher. So it means that if the energy difference of reactants is higher, then it means that it is unstable. The energy comes to be negative. Delta G comes to be negative. So you know that if delta G is comes to be negative, then it is unstable. Then it is thermodynamically unstable. So if we are taking here, we are comparing it with activation energy. We are taking it kinetically. So the energy difference again is higher. So it is inert, but if I decrease the energy difference, then it becomes labile. So anything, any complex may be thermodynamically unstable, but kinetically it may be inert, or it may be labile. Thank you very much.